to another Region 6 AAA game between the Pace Academy Knights and the Stone Mountain Pirates. My name is Will Nolte. Alongside me is Jack Wallace.
Getting very excited as tonight is also the night where the banner unveiling of the Knights official putting up of the state championship of last year into the record books, and here standing forever at Inman Center, and Isaiah Kelly up with the alley-oop layup, and that'll get the Knights for the first score of the night.
Good rebound by Wendell Carter now as he's taking down the court as his point center position. Fantastic pass from Carter to Somerville. Somerville makes an extra pass to Baker, who cannot make a three. Stone Mountain gets the rebound.
Carter not quite able to get the rebound there. Of course, his quite ridiculous long wingspan. He's unable to quite get in there, but lots of room for him to work tonight.
Stone Mountain comes into this game as a very athletic team, can beat you in the paint very easily, but should be no match for this Knights team.
And again, with the rest of this schedule, as you all know, with the whole snow quote-unquote scare happened in Atlanta last week. Of course, the Lovett game was postponed on that Friday, and it is confirmed to be on January 21st coming up, and of course we'll be at home. And following in that week, the Knights will have 3 games against all 3 rivals of Westminster, Lovett, and HI in that order, with Westminster. I'm not too sure, perhaps I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday, and then later in the week, Lovett away on the 28th, that Friday night, and then Saturday night at home at 7 for the Knights. On January 29th is the HI game, the only game they'll be playing against Holy Innocents all year.
You did that all from memory. Well done, Jack. Stone Mountain air ball as well as Isaiah Kelly gets the rebound. Good job by Rain Watkins to keep the ball in possession for the Knights. There's Carter on the fadeaway. Good.
And that's a classic Wendell Carter shot right there, which means an impossible shot.
Signature Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan.
We all know what film he's watching.
So Mountain takes a deep 3, no good. Now here's Rain Watkins, who gets his first 2 points of the game. Rain Watkins is starting tonight for the first time in the Inman Center ever. He is taking the position of Miles Todd, who we're watching him in warm-ups, has a bit of an eye patch over his eye, as Stone Mountain cannot keep the ball in possession. Backcourt violation is called.
And again, looking at this game, it's been pretty evident in the last few games we broadcast. The Knights have had trouble opening their game, of course, getting away with most games we've seen pretty evidently in the 3rd and 4th quarter, but now as a timeout is called, we're only a few minutes in, 6-0, Knights still having a strong start against Stone Mountain.
We back on Kniflix now after that timeout from Stone Mountain. Sorry for the laughing introduction. Jack told me a very funny joke, which I won't repeat. There's Mark Somerville now trying to make something from Nice. Now Kelly, now Baker.
A very active and aggressive defense seen so far tonight by Stone Mountain. Very quick to react on the ball.
Very good 3-2 zone by the Pirates right now. Baker wide open for three. Good. Woo!
On the PA call is the senior Jake Mosovitz, as you can hear most of tonight alongside us. Down there on the bottom, as you can see. Quite the active PA announcer, of course, Jordan Harris before him. Now,
Mark
freshman at Berman.
Steal and gets blocked in the line. Was fouled. Looks like he'll go to the line to shoot two. 4:15 left remaining in this first quarter.
Again, Stone Mountain just playing very aggressively, trying to do anything they can to stop the Knights from scoring. So far, that's not worked as well as they've wanted. A 9-0 lead for the Knights. As their offense hasn't gone as successfully, they had a few open shots, but just not as accurate as they would want.
Knights hit double digits very quickly. Probably the quickest all year. And Somerville makes both. Knights are back at the Inman Center for the first time since before the break, as Stone Mountain showing off their athleticism and their rebounding skills. A lot of rebounds.
Sort of wildly throwing it up there. Carter almost getting a block, but just missed. Kelly will block as well. Carter's going to get the bound.
Back to what I was saying before, the Knights over winter break were spending their time far from home. They spent time down in Florida.
As well as South Carolina.
As well as South Carolina and Myrtle Beach.
I know they went 2 in the Myrtle Beach tournament. I can't quite see what's in Florida one. But Knights overall have been done decently. Tournaments get playing against teams that are very high caliber as well.
Zay Cali is called for a traveling. But it wasn't all work and all games for the Knights. They did participate in events such as the three-point shooting contest, and I believe Isaiah Kelly and Sebastian Bradley took part in a dunk contest. And now Stone Mountain almost got their first points of the game. Rebound by Wendell Carter, who gets it out to Rain Watkins before he can lose it. Here's Kelly now in triple coverage, no good.
Again, had Baker wide open on the wing. You got to get it out of him. Yeah, Somerville as well. Got to get to these players. I mean, we've seen just how hot this player's been last season and continue to be this one. Got to get out of them. I mean, Carter driving down the middle pretty much drew attention from every defensive member and left everybody else had to drive.
Zach Levin checked into the game for Mark Somerville.
Stone Mountain frustrated by the call, but I could hear the slap from up here.
As Kelly will shoot two. First one's good. Second one, also good. Another substitution now. Jonathan Rushton is making his return to the Inman Center for the first time all season. He, of course, is an incredible soccer player, or goalie actually, and had to wait for his club team to finish their season before he could start up basketball again. But here he is in the Inman Center right now.
Also, Levin being subbed in for Somerville, who I know so far this season done fantastically in Inman Center. We're glad to see him come out of big again.
Baker again for three, no good. Levin with a rebound, almost. Foul called on Levin.
Good effort though by the junior. Again, lots of upperclassmen on this team, as we've discussed before here and there, but it'll be very interesting to see how the Knights will be next year without having Carter, Somerville, or Baker. All three starters and all three quite veterans in this team, and of course
only one sophomore and one freshman on this team.
Pretty incredible.
Baker gets a steal for the Knights.
Still with the solid junior class with Levin, Rushton, Kelly.
There's 11 for 3 in the corner. Good. That's it. Wendell Carter got the steal off the rebound and throws down a thunderous dunk. And the Knights got 5 points in about 3 seconds.
At this point, not sure what's missing more. Stone Mountain offense or the defense.
Jonathan Rushton got the steal for the Knights along with Zach Levin. Now here's Rain Watkins, the freshman, blocked to the line, out of bounds. Knights will take possession.
And that right there is good effort, but sort of hard to do much against. Two guys going up against you have a size advantage. Did what he could and still retains possession, so gives the Knights another shot. Now Kelly's going to be subbed in for Baker.
Very large lineup now and for the Knights.
Quite indeed.
Got Carter at 6'10", Rushton at about 6'9" or 6'8", and Kelly at 6'7".
Say a tad bit taller than you here, Will.
There's Carter for 3, no good. Kelly with the rebound.
And that's the kind of play you got to get going. Carter has a literal buffer of men right in front of him. Got to make that shot.
There's Kelly now on the pull-up jumper from 2.
So it looks like Knights hit 20 before Stone Mountain get on the board. Pirates have to get something going here if they want to attempt a comeback, and almost a turnover. To retain possession, and they're going to call the foul early. The basket will not count. 1 minute, 2 seconds remaining in the first. Can the Knights get a shutout in the quarter?
Mark Somerville and Harrison Lewis checking in for the Knights for Wendell Carter and Rain Watkins. Stone Mountain for 2, no good. Now here's the Knights on the break. Levin gives it away. Looking for Harrison Lewis. Here comes Stone Mountain. Levin gets a steal. Mark Somerville now to Levin. To Kelly in the paint. It's too easy. Stone Mountain for 3, no good.
A very long 3, too. Rushton gets the rebound.
Stone Mountain's desperate now for something. They're just chucking up any shot they can that's even the slightest bit open.
22.9 left on the clock now. Still no points for Stone Mountain. Kelly fakes.
Kelly with a pump fake. Woo! Looking for a foul called. No.
Dirty move.
Stone Mountain now in the paint. Still no good. 2 seconds left in the clock. Here's Somerville. Pulls up. No good.
And the Knights get a shutout in the first quarter, 24-0.
Oh my.
And it's pretty obvious what team has dominance here. Knights looking very good going into the second.
We're back now. Can Stone Mountain get any points now? That's the start of the second quarter. Offensive foul. Charge on Stone Mountain.
And the answer
Great job by Mark
The
Somerville.
answer to your question is no. Not quite.
No,
But we sure hope eventually. But
Jonathan
it
Rushton
should
will
be
pass
coming.
it in. under the shadow of the great senior Grimm's Fairy Tale banner.
Thank you
for Spirit Week.
Thank you very much, Will. Of course, the Harry Potter one for the junior class, fantastic as well.
Oh, thank you. You're too kind. We are right here above the, say, mediocre freshman Incredibles banner.
And of course, and to our left is the sophomores banner, which is Wizard of Oz is their theme.
And directly across from us, probably hidden from the scoreboard, is the 8th grade's not too shabby Sesame Street banner.
Lots of good hope in the future for him. Spirit Week being last Friday. Oh, and Harrison Lewis with the block. Crowd gets way into it, and Levin's going to lose the ball. Stone Mountain with a breakaway, and it's going to get blocked down immediately. Ref blows the whistle. Number 1 for the Pirates, slow to get up. Looks to be mostly fine, and it looks like perhaps, Will, we might see some Stone Mountain points.
Oh my goodness.
It's been now 9 minutes into the game, and there's not been a basket of any sort for Stone Mountain. Not too sure what the foul was here, but number 1, we'll see. And no, not quite. So another shot for Stone Mountain now. Again, 24-0 your score, 7 minutes in the second quarter remaining. And they finally make a point.
Forget Deshaun Watson to Sean Renfrey in the last second of the national championship last night. This is history right here.
Oh, goodness, Will. 24-1 now your score. And yes, we are more than 9 minutes into the game.
In the second quarter.
Crazy shot by Stone Mountain. They're going to want to call the foul, looks like, on Russian, and they may be back at the line. Again, questionable why he's at the line for that, but I guess that'll stand, and Stone Mountain
There's
perhaps.
a shooting foul called on Russian.
And that's going to be a miss again. Stone Mountain now 1 for 3 as Miles Todd now coming in, of course, with the eye injury. We'll see if that affects much of his play. Subbing in for 11. And they make the second. So Stone Mountain with a whopping 2 points on the board.
They cut the lead to 22, and you might just say they are back in this game.
You never know. High school basketball is quite the topsy-turvy sport.
There's Somerville now to Todd.
Lots of perimeter passing. Cuts to Somerville for 3 and swishes. Lots of 3 points being attempted tonight and a whole lot being made too. Great work by the Knights from the perimeter.
Can the Pirates get any points that's not from the free throw line? Yes!
Wow, and a pretty honestly impressive basket. Stone Mountain getting the falling away 2-pointer. And don't call me crazy, but we might see a 3 in a few minutes.
Oh, wow.
Miles
Here's
Todd misses slightly, and Lewis is going to get the ball back for the Knights.
Great pass from Lewis behind the back to Rushton.
Rushton's first points in Inman Center for him this season. Not too sure what the call is here, who timeout is it on or what. Stone Mountain coach is on the court questioning the ref's call. Clock is stopped, 5:37 in the half. And looks like we'll be back in play. Stone Mountain ball. So that was a timeout, perhaps not.
Wendell Carter and Barrett Baker checking in for Jonathan Rushton and Harrison Lewis, respectively. Senior for junior trade.
Somerville almost getting the steal. Carter delivering quite the pressure.
Now we're back in play.
Another wild shot, and it won't get it. Baker somehow comes away with the bound, and he'll hold on as tightly as he can. And that'll be a jump ball possession, Knights. Good work by Baker getting that final effort in, and Carter's going to throw the inbound.
If you hear any noises in the background, just know that's not us. There are very small people running around our track right now.
Just trying
trying
to entertain themselves, perhaps. And an alley-oop for the moon. Shot way out by the freshman. And Isaiah Kelly did what he could, but not quite there enough. Would have been a spectacular dunk, but not quite. And here also the Stone Mountain cheerleaders, as well as the Knights cheerleaders, but providing additional support for these teams. Always good to see more athletics getting involved on the court.
Girls basketball team beat Stone Mountain right before this game, 42-21.
Players fall on each other as Rain Watkins gets a solid two-pointer and the Knights have broken 30.
Wendell Carter takes a charge and an offensive foul is called on Stone Mountain.
Yeah, and again, for the update on the Watkins 2 back there, 2 Stone Mountain players seem to have fell into each other off of a crossover by Watkins, so some sneaky movement by the Knights results in a little bit of a shacked and a fool play by the defense of Stone Mountain.
As Watkins now makes an extra pass to Baker in the corner. Cannot get his third three of the game.
Good second effort by Todd to try to save the ball, but was in vain. 3:47 left in the second quarter. A long three, and it's, wow, splashed in, and even the Knights fans are cheering for that one. Wow, incredible three from about at least college level. Quite a bold shot that the Pirates pretty much have to take. Carter struggling to be open, gets a shot, fakes the three, drives in, a fadeaway jumper, and won't get it. Barrett Baker comes up with it, and ball bobbles around, and they're going to rule it Stone Mountain ball.
Baker looks like Matthew Dellavedova down there flying around for that ball, although not as dirty.
Now, call me crazy, but we can see if the Pirates can break double digits this quarter. Airballed the 2, and Kelly pretty much wide open here. Gets it back to Baker. Doesn't go for 3.
It's Kelly to Carter. To Todd in the corner for 3. No good.
What a fake out by Carter. Wanting to get the fadeaway, but denying it, and Stone Mountain somehow getting around. Poor pass. Perimeter, and Carter can't get the block. Goes right over his fingertips. And Stone Mountain just 1 away from breaking double digits.
Here come the Pirates.
31-9 is your score. Again, Stone Mountain still playing with effort and still being scrappy on defense, trying to do anything they can. So the Knights were, as you can see with the score, much more limited to scoring in this quarter. In fact, I think I've only posted about 7 points. Miles and more players keep falling over each other for Stone Mountain. And Miles misses again. And it's sort of an odd play. And Stone Mountain ends up right with ball again. Just calamity on the court here. Another long 3, and it won't go in. Very bold shots again. That Stone Mountain is taking some crazy shots deep and has been successful, impressively. But not sure if it's the best idea to be shooting as far of a 3 as they have been. Ball being bobbled around. Pass is just too tight with coverage like it is. And Carter has the easiest block we've seen the whole game, but that's going to be still a foul.
Is called, though, on, I believe, Todd or Simon.
But again, if we've noticed, despite the obvious gap in the score, it has been Stone Mountain actually outscoring the Knights 9-7 in this quarter. And remember, 24-0.
You're correct.
At the end of the first, and about as impressive first quarter as you can be, and now 7-9 with 1:03 left with Stone Mountain at the line. And another shot is good, and Stone Mountain, with 1 minute left in the half, has broken away from single digits. 31-10.
I need to take a picture.
Carter and Kelly subbed out. Baker and Bradley are in.
Yes, Sebastian Bradley in now for the Knights.
And another solid shot. And Stone Mountain now actually having a quite successful quarter. Game is still heavily in Knights' favor, but it is getting closer. And then it'll be Knights'
Tipped out of
ball.
bounds.
Good job of Michael Simon putting his hand down at pretty much the last possible moment just to get the ball out of bounds and give Knights possession again. So a good heads-up play that saved Knights possession. 45 seconds on the ticker in the half in a pretty quick game.
Technical foul called on Stone Mountain's coach.
I haven't seen that too often. He seemed to be yelling at the ref. Baker's going to make his first free throw. And his second.
Now triple Stone Mountain's lead.
I mean score.
Score. No, not
Careful
lead.
there.
Oh, no.
Careful. It also gives the Knights a total of 7-11 now in this quarter. So Knights getting not even a third of the points they got last time, and of course slowing down the tempo as they probably should.
It's 9-11, Jack. 9-11.
Baker breaks away and the fade away, and it's not good. And Rushton doing whatever he can to get it in, and it's not going to go. 5 seconds left. Stone Mountain doing whatever they can. Ball is thrown away. Somerville at the buzzer. And oh, that was close. On the corner of the rim. Can't quite get it in. But your score at halftime is 33-11. Knights so far doing excellently. We'll catch you back after the break.
This banner is for the base fans. This is all for you. It's for the parents and families. It's for the students, the faculty, staff, and administration. It's for the West Texas community. Without the support of our fans from the very beginning, at home and on the road, this banner would not be hanging here tonight. At this time, please look up to the upper level where Pace proudly hangs their state banners. Two of our seniors, Kyle Orr and Nate Mason, from last year's state championship team, are present to unveil the 2016 state championship banner. These two athletes, along with seniors at Kaminsky, were big contributors to that state championship. Please rise and congratulate all those players, coaches, managers, and along with special congratulations to the band for this banner.
We are back now after that incredible first half for the Knights. Knights are tripling the Pirates score right now, 33-11. At halftime, we saw the raising of the 2016 state championship banner for the
Kelly
Knights.
with the block at the end of the play, but yeah, great to see the banner going up. Hopefully going to add a 2017 at the end of that, but we'll never know. Playoffs still a while away. And probably should have pulled back and taken the three. They'll give it to number 1 who will launch it and won't get it. Carter's going to be open down the side. He's going to take the three and a quick one, and it's going to miss. Carter hasn't been as accurate as usual tonight. But on defense, again, people know how to play against him now. The best way to beat Carter is just throw it as high as you possibly can and avoid those arms. And a lot of the time they've been doing that, they've had success, but it's tricky to play against them. And Stone Mountain has done well, at least in these last couple quarters. First quarter they can dismiss, but second slot is strong again. Stone Mountain outscored Pace 11-7 in that quarter.
This might be the fastest moving. Sorry, I had to pause there, almost an alley-oop. This might be the fastest moving high school basketball game I've ever seen.
Knights trying to be a little fancy with their plays, but just so a 20-point lead for the Knights.
This could be the shortest Knightflix broadcast ever.
I would probably bet on that. Yeah, looking at the clock right now, it's been online for 46 minutes, and that includes the halftime.
Yeah.
So, a very quick game tonight, and a shoot around three, and it was totally in and misses, but they're still going to get the jumper.
Knights got lazy there. And they cannot do that for the rest of this game. Did not box out at all, just let Stone Mountain get that rebound very easily.
And Pace just keep their fundamentals and play well. I mean, I honestly will admit,
the Knights cannot get too cocky, but maybe they can with that bigger three.
Watkins driving down, goes up for the layup, and he's going to be called for the foul against him.
Now Rain Watkins will shoot 2 free throws in the shadow of that new state championship banner.
First a miss, maybe the first miss free throw for the Knights tonight. They've done very well in accuracy. This is Watkins' first time at the line tonight, though. Second is missed as well, but Baker with a solid rebound.
Kelly makes the extra pass to Rain Watkins in the corner. Good.
And a way to redeem yourself, Rain. And that's the thing you got to do. Miss the free throws and say, trust me, get outside the perimeter, splash the three, and all's good. Somerville hit at the end of the play, but won't matter. As we said before, Pace is rocking new uniforms this year for their home jerseys. So they have a slight blue stripe on the top shoulders. All
I'm
white.
going to be honest, I really like them, except for the oddly pasted old retro Knights logo on the pants.
Yeah, kind of odd. One of them is on the left side of the hip. The other one is right placed in front. Of course, lots of Nike logos everywhere, as Pace loves to do, and it's being sponsored by them in the last couple of years. But again, also Knights implementing gray into their main color choice for the first time in school history.
I'm not complaining. I like that. Carter misses his third three of the night. Kelly gets a rebound. Good.
But I gotta say, I'm still waiting for the throwback uniforms, which I would gladly pay money for. Of course, they have the red Pace and cursive with the light blue jerseys played against Lovett with them a year ago.
We all know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry if you don't like them as much as I do.
Oh, I love them. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love them more than any jersey in the world. I'm completely serious. That red outline though.
Probably will bring him back for the Lovett game.
But I think it's
Barrett
special
with
that the Knights only wear them one time out of the year. Thunderous Isaiah Kelly choke.
Saying from the PA announcer,
Like what I was saying before, I like that the Knights only wear them once a year. It adds to that specialty of the uniforms.
That is true. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I like the novelty of it. Stone Mountain's offense looks to be rolling here. Having 17 points, scoring 6 in this quarter. And another poor pass. They got to watch out for those defensemen. And again, kind of an odd play. Stone Mountain dropping the ball, and then Watkins just too late to grab it. And that's going to result in an, oddly enough, then Stone Mountain ball.
Harrison Lewis checking into the game now for Barrett Baker.
Again, lots of strange mishaps occurring so far in this game. Neither team playing at their best. Of course, Knights are doing much better as the scoreboard pertains, but got to get a little better and cleaner play. Harrison Lewis with some speed, breaking down and getting the layup for the Knights. Again, 3:45 remaining in the third in this very quick game. 45-17 Knights with their largest lead of the game so far. Again, getting over Carter. That's how you do it. You have to throw it as high as humanly possible and hope it gets in.
Somerville now for three, no good. Carter with the rebound. Wanted that jam. He wanted that slam dunk, but not able to get it. Only had to put it.
It's power, all about power. This kid can get in and do whatever he wants to do because he was going to stop him. Odd three-pointer there. Carter's going to try to break free of his defenseman, will not do it. Kelly, open in the middle, gets it down to Watkins, shoot from the wing, and just misses the three-pointer. Lewis going to get the ball back. An alley-oop to Carter, and he just misses. Close for the Knights. 2:46 remaining in the third. And that will be, of course, a foul on Carter, and he'll be up to shoot his first free throws of the night. Not surprising with the swish there. Knights can extend their lead to 30 with this one. And splashes the second as well.
Stone Mountain calls a timeout with 2:46 left remaining in the third quarter. Knights lead by, is that 30? I guess it's 30.
Yep. An interesting tidbit that before that, just basket, as it was 49-19, was the same score with just about the end of the game of the girls' game. So both these teams playing similarly well on both sides of the ball. But note that it took Stone Mountain 2 minutes left in the third to reach 20, while it took the Knights probably about 4 or 5 minutes left in the third, or in the first, sorry. Two.
No, there was about like a minute left in the first, but that was 21.
So Stone Mountain, saying that Stone Mountain getting 20 points with 10 minutes left in the game, and the Knights getting almost 30, 10 minutes into the game.
I'm sorry, second.
So again, just showing the difference between these two teams. Woo! Pretty play for the junior. Looks like Carter is finally out as lots of the shorter men now in for the Knights and their faster squad. Parker Payne sitting by the officials' table. Again, Harrison Lewis being a very strong asset for the Knights all season long and has shown a lot of great promise for this team. Funny jump ball call. I didn't really see any Stone Mountain hands on the ball, but apparently it's jump ball regardless. So possession will switch for the next time for the Pirates, but we'll have Rushton on the inbound and Somerville to receive. About 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Knights now up by 34 points, so quite the gap, but fantastic work both sides of the ball. Ooh. Jonathan Rushton playing quite well in the paint tonight. These very quick plays. Lots of heads-up work for him. And about 10 seconds left on the clock. Payne almost gets away from it, but gets it back and tries to get it to Rushton, but just goes out of bounds. Stone Mountain ball, 4.6 seconds left in the third. So they'll try to get something off and perhaps get a buzzer beater to go into the final quarter.
Stone Mountain out at the buzzer. No good.
Tough shot, but
that'll be your score
Knights
going into the fourth quarter. Knights lead 57-21. We'll be right back for the start of the fourth quarter.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter here in Emmons Center, Knights fans, and as what you probably would expect, the clock has now been taken down to 6 minutes in the game.
Stone Mountain has already started intentionally fouling, trying to stop this clock.
Again, the clock does not stop now, unless of a timeout call.
There's Michael Simon now for the Knights.
Knights fan base cleared out mostly, but a few fans left. It is It is 8:02 currently.
Let's see, down there I count one senior in the pace student section. A whole bunch of freshmen. What does that say?
One of our loyal fan groups still.
2 sophomores and 0 juniors. Let's go class of 2018. All right. Now there were juniors before, just they've kind of cleared out since. Parker Payne now makes his second. So Mountain showing off their athleticism now. They drive. No good. Payne on the rebound.
And using the same tactics of with Sebastian Bradley, dubbed Seabass, trying to use simple height just to get over the large wingspans.
Sebastian Bradley now. Triple team, rolls it to Parker
Shocked
Payne.
that wasn't a foul call, pretty obviously hitting him, but trying to find a gap in the defense. Payne for three, and he unfortunately airballs.
Not an air ball, he did get the rim.
Hit the net at least, but trips on the ground and somehow retains possession again. Another long three, and he drills it. Wow,
that was well past NBA range. That was in the Jimmer Fredette range.
Again, shocking that he would even go that far for the three. He had room to get up, but
he can make it. Why not?
Apparently, he thought that was a good idea, but it went in.
It's been a very sloppy game.
Lake's lead was slashed down to only 35. But again, for the Knights, this was a game that you had to win by this much, and you had to play like you wanted to win by this much, and I'm glad they did.
.411 left remaining in this fourth quarter. So Mountain again in the paint, no good. Payne on the rebound again.
So many close missed shots tonight.
Miles Todd now has nowhere to go, but well, good pass to Jack Ray in the paint, who has it behind the back.
And Parker Payne
is just easy.
Is going to get the basket, of course. Last year, if anyone remembers me dubbing him as the sniper, known for his
not this again.
fantastic 3 points. Hey. Representing our senior class strong.
Oh, I remember that GAC game last year.
I choose not to remember that game.
The sniper. Here's Miles Todd for three.
Good. Pretty shot. And that will officially make the Knights lead of 40. Their all-time best of the game so far, 64-24.
You just said all-time best in the game so far.
Am I wrong?
No, just the wording was a bit off.
Just watch the play, Will.
I thought I could be home by 8 o'clock. Just not quite. .307 left remaining in this game. Both rebounds no good. Now here's Todd for the Knights. He had a nice little Europe step there. It was fouled on the shot. And the clock stops again.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my. Should adopt the football rule just to keep the clock running in the fourth quarter when it's more than 40 points.
Again, a fun fact now, it looks like Stone Mountain, with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, has now equaled the amount of points that the Knights scored in the first alone, with 24.
First half.
First quarter.
First
alone.
half.
Knights scored 24 in the first quarter.
I don't think so.
They did, Will.
Oh, they did. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Trust
I was
me.
half.
We'll
Too
see.
good to be true.
We'll see if the Stone Mountain's entire offense can beat the first quarter Knights.
And with that, there's no one left standing in the Knight student section.
Oh, goodness.
Still count 1 senior, 2 alumni, still a lot of freshmen, and 2 sophomores and 0 juniors.
Good defensive play by the Knights, and Bradley's going to end up being credited with the steal. Michael Simon drives at the middle, takes the floater, and it's good. 67-24 is your score. A lead by 43.
Nice steal by Parker Payne.
Ooh, an impressive basket. Miles Todd getting a little shifty on the court. Knights with 69 now. 1:56 left in the game. And the three is good.
Very nice high arcing 3 for Stone Mountain.
This very quiet arena tonight.
I haven't seen that high arcing of a 3 that went in so smoothly since, well, Vidalia. If you remember that game.
Don't want to remember the Vidalia game.
Neither do I. Oh my goodness, he did it again.
Wow! And no matter the score, what happens here, that deserves some credit. A fall-away 3 that looked gorgeous.
If you don't remember the Vidalia game, there was one player on Vidalia who I can't remember the name of, literally did that every single play he got the ball.
You know, if you're that talented, you're that good. I mean, that kind of player making those kind of shots. Despite the score, despite what's happening, that's still impressive. Impressive, they're still putting their best foot forward and still doing whatever they can to salvage anything out of the game, which still making good shots like that, trying to draw it closer. Knights, I just want to see him get a 40-point lead. 69-30 is your score. Number 4.
Oh my God, he did it again. 3 times.
Offensive MVP of this team. My goodness, this kid can shoot.
9 straight points in about 30 seconds.
And that's being totally serious with this team. That is impressive any way you look at it. Whatever the score. This kid's shooting from way outside of that 3-point line.
All right, Sebastian Bradley. Good try.
Number 4 again, and he gets it in.
11 straight points.
Woo! And this kid's already scored alone in the last minute, then Stone Mountain scored the entire first half.
Here's Jack Ray now for the Knights. To Miles Todd in the paint. Good.
Looks like the Knights will not have a 40-point lead in the game, but now up by 34. Stone Mountain ball, 26.9 seconds. Can Stone Mountain perhaps break 40? Solid basket, and that's another 3 for Stone Mountain.
Oh my goodness.
Stone Mountain offense coming out of nowhere in this final quarter,
Kicking themselves.
deserving
Why couldn't they
quite
do this?
recognition in all seriousness here. And the Knights are going to dribble it out. 69-38 is your final score. Knights win by 31. An impressive rally by Stone Mountain, does fall short despite closing the lead quite much, but overall, fantastic win tonight for the Knights, and all the more pumping them up for their game in 2 weeks against Lovett here at home, the rescheduled game. Again, not sure when the next one coming up is. There is an away game against Redan that was rescheduled. Not too sure when that date will be. It's currently pending. And from then on, check Netflix, Twitter account as well. We'll be posting updates about where these games will be and when to tune in where. And thank you, Knights fans. Signing out here against 69-38. Knights win big against regional opponent Stone Mountain Pirates. Thanks for tuning in and good night.